Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, and soon there will be another stop for Brightline. In just a few hours, crews and city leaders will break ground at the high-speed rail's new Boca Raton station, meaning more ways for your family to get around the area and enjoy it. Let's bring in our Kara Duffy now reporting live this morning. When does construction start, Kara?
Well, Matt, Ashley, construction will begin in just a few hours for the official groundbreaking ceremony. And this is where it'll be. We're right now along Northwest 4th Street. This is where the new Boca Raton station will soon call home. And I want you to take a closer look at exactly where we're talking. It's hard to tell right now, but this new Brightline station will be located just across the street from the downtown library and just a few minutes from busy Meisner Park. So it's walking distance to all the restaurants, bars, and shops right near all the action. Now let's talk construction here. Right now, I want to show you some of the renderings of what the future Boca station will look like. We asked a spokesperson for Brightline how the construction of the station and parking garage will impact people in the area traffic-wise. She said it shouldn't cause any major problems or delays, at least not right now. But as they do get further along down the road, construction could call for some road closures. And at that time, Brightline will be sending out announcements ahead of time to give drivers a heads up. Now, the expansion of Brightline, this, of course, is a story we've continued to follow here on CBS 12 News. If you recall, just last week, we told you how empty Brightline trains are doing test runs from South Florida to the Space Coast. That's where engineers and conductors are now training to get ready to make their runs to the Orlando International Airport. A lot of people very excited about that. That will be on track to be complete by the end of this year, with service starting in early 2023. Meanwhile, construction on this 38,000 square foot Boca Raton Brightline station, well, that is expected to create more than 480 jobs, as well as bring in about $23 million in wages. So, of course, a lot of excitement surrounding the local boost to the economy here. It is set to be complete by the fall of this year, so people don't have too much longer to wait to have a stop here in Boca Raton. The groundbreaking ceremony is set to get underway at 10 o'clock this morning. There will be Brightline officials here, as well as quite a few city leaders, and we'll be staying put all morning to bring you all the action from that ceremony.
Warning from the St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office on 15 potentially dangerous apps that your kids should not have on their phones. CBS 12's Lily Ortiz has more on why those apps could spell some real trouble for your children.
Now, some are messaging or dating apps, and after talking to some parents, they found that some on the list didn't know even existed. Deputies warned that some of these apps could expose your kids to bullying, explicit content, and sexual predators. 15 apps parents should know about. It's a warning the St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office is sharing right now, along with other law enforcement in the state. Whisper, WhatsApp, Snapchat, and Kik are messaging apps that could allow adults to contact your kids directly. Meet Me, Grindr, Scout, and Badoo are dating apps for adults. Yet children are able to create an account by lying about their age. This could pose a threat for kids, as users can share explicit photos or meet up using the phone's GPS location. Courtney Sharp is a mother of 2 teenagers from West Palm Beach. When she isn't working on her health and supplement business for student athletes and adults, Sharp talks to her teens daily about the internet usage and to make sure that they understand the hidden dangers.
They come up with something new every day, and I would be a liar to say I know everything that's going on, but a situation is still a situation. You need to help your kids understand the dangers of speaking to strangers.
This is new for her. It's called Calculator with a percentage sign. It's one of several secret apps out there used to hide videos, photos, or browser history.
What kind of photos would you need to keep a secret?
LiveMe allows users to live stream videos, but could also put a child's personal data at risk of being shared with advertisers.
If you choose not to talk to your kids about the dangers, or if you choose to shield them, meaning like block them from social media, no access, they're going to want it more.
Over the years, law enforcement arrested people during operations targeting online predators using these specific apps.
Whatever age your child is.
Licensed psychologist Dr. Rafi Wald is weighing in as well and says the bottom line, protecting your child is parental involvement.
You want to be honest with them. I think that the tendency for a lot of parents is to want to sugarcoat things rather than telling the whole truth as much as a child of whatever age it is.
And for a list of these apps with those details, you can find it with this story on our website, cbs12.com.
Well, breaking news, the state will cancel all appointments at state-run monoclonal sites. That news comes after the FDA announced that it would no longer be authorizing the medications since they're unlikely to work against the Omicron variant. CBS 12's Jay O'Brien spoke exclusively with the state surgeon general, who continued to defend the use of the treatment in some cases. Jay?
Yeah, Jim, that was a surprising development, the state's decision tonight. But the CDC estimates the Omicron variant makes up 99% now of cases in Florida and the Southeast. So federal officials are saying that those two drugs are just not effective against an overwhelming number of cases. And that is why they were pulled today. Nonetheless, Florida officials are angry at that decision.
Tonight, two kinds of monoclonal antibody treatments no longer cleared for use in most COVID cases. The FDA revising the emergency use authorization for drugs made by companies Regeneron and Eli Lilly, saying they don't work against the Omicron variant. Dr. Klepper de Almeida says the data has shown that for weeks.
For these two antibody products, do they have a use right now in the Omicron wave?
It's hard to find the use in the Omicron wave.
But the state of Florida is still helping organize monoclonal antibody treatment sites like this one, where just about anyone can show up and make an appointment to get a COVID treatment that may not work, depending on the variant that they have. And late tonight, the state announcing it will close all treatment sites like this one, which distributed truckloads of monoclonal antibodies and were touted by Governor DeSantis. In an exclusive interview, we asked Florida's Surgeon General, Dr. Joseph Ladapo, if those sites should have been used to treat Omicron cases in the first place.
Is that misleading? Were these people given false hope that this treatment would work for them, despite the fact that statistically it wouldn't work for their case?
So first of all, really, we are laser focused on data. I mean, it's just, I think if the pandemic has taught us anything, it's the importance of looking at data and not necessarily listening and following what other people or people that the media label as experts say.
Forgive me, are you saying that the Food and Drug Administration are not an experts as to what drugs to approve and what drugs not to approve?
I'm saying that Florida is going to make decisions about what we treat patients, how we treat patients, how we manage patients, how we inform health policy in Florida based on data. That's what I'm saying.
Ladapo says the Biden administration's decision was too swift. He wants a clinical study to be done to determine beyond a doubt that those two monoclonal drugs don't in fact work against Omicron. Meanwhile, he still wants access to those treatments.
I think using something like the Regeneron product or another monoclonal antibody where the risk is low is a better clinical decision than not giving that patient anything at all.
So even today, after the emergency use has been revoked, you would still treat a patient with that drug?
So there are circumstances where a drug may still be the best decision for a patient.
Now, there is a third kind of monoclonal antibody treatment made by a different company. It's called sotrovimab. The FDA says that does appear to help in Omicron cases, but as you'd imagine, it is in high demand now and supplies are still limited.